Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And, Mr. Speaker, let me start directly with the issue most worrying the British people. Now, Mr. Speaker, we come to the question of personal taxation. It is an important principle that people should keep more of the money they earn. And it is good policy, Mr. Speaker, to boost the incentives for work and enterprise. Yesterday, we introduced a bill that means the health and social care levy will not begin next year. It will be cancelled. The increase in employer national insurance contributions and dividends tax will be cancelled. And the interim increase in the national insurance rate brought in for this tax year will also be cancelled. I can announce that we are cutting stamp duty.
Certainly the news today from the Chancellor is positive for the property industry. In the short term, it will help give some certainty to those looking to buy in the immediate future. In the long term, it will help home movers move, upsizing and downsizing those that may have been prohibited by costs of moving, so it will certainly help in the long term. Hopefully we will start to see some house builders building more properties, as again that will help with the supply to the market and first-time buyers to purchase these new homes.
A Thatcherite on steroids budget announcement. We're not just facing into a crisis, we're already into that crisis. So the announcements today don't provide those levels of support for working families, for people who are facing real challenges in the middle of a cost of living crisis. They don't provide sufficient resource for us to deliver public services, and they don't provide sufficient resource to give a fair pay settlement to public sector workers. Instead, they provide support tax breaks for the super wealthy and little else for anyone else.
And in the context of a global energy crisis, Mr. Speaker, it is entirely appropriate for the government to use our borrowing powers to fund temporary measures in order to support families and businesses.
The Chancellor has confirmed that the costs of the energy price cap will be funded by borrowing, leaving the eye-watering windfall profits of the energy giants untaxed. The oil and gas producers will be toasting the Chancellor in the boardrooms as we speak, while working people are left to pick up the bill.
Hello, I'm Martin Lewis from MoneySavingExpert.com. The Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng has recently just sat down in Parliament after delivering a mini-budget. The question is the level of public spending that will be able to continue in future, and there is a big increase in government borrowing. So if the gamble is right, and I always hope that what the government does helps everybody, the gamble is right, that low taxes will grow the economy and everybody will get the money back in the return, then this is a good thing. And if the gamble is wrong, that we won't see the growth that is needed to pay for all this, then that is a worry going forward.